Hi everyone.
You cheated.
Greetings from Estonia, from Tallinn. It's so great to see you all, and I'm so excited, like very excited. and now you still see some sunlight coming into my lounge, and it's the same sun that we are sharing on the same planet, but here it's slowly going down, and there it's over the ocean, it's starting to rise. How
Yeah,
great is
it's
that?
8 a.m. It's a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed 8 a.m. here in San Francisco. I do have an apartment where I spend time. I've never spent this much time in my apartment. I'm usually in Europe hanging out with you guys. But I've been getting to know the inside of my bedroom, creating a workspace. Now I have I don't know if you guys are having this phenomenon, but I have zones of my room for different things. I mean, I just basically live in a room with a shared apartment, but I've got my reading and craft corner. I have my TV area, then I have the wardrobe area, then I've got my workstation. So it's the most I've ever really pimped out my room, or to say it more appropriately, I've ever really, I don't know, kind of manned my own castle and created the space that I want here. I've usually just been shuffling from place to place. So I think that there are some silver linings for us in terms of our human experience as part of this quarantine. Right now in San Francisco, we're on sheltering in place. We've been doing that for almost a month. We'll have at least another month. And I mean, I gotta tell you guys, it was really devastating for us all to have to make the decision to postpone the ELS. We were right ahead of the curve of a lot of events kind of having to cancel or being canceled by powers greater than themselves. But we're really appreciative of all of the feedback and all of the information that you sent us to help inform our decision. People were sending me news feeds. We had really great turnout on responses to our surveys. And it is our hope and intention that we will get to host this conference in real time with you all in Tallinn and in Finland. But this really gives us an opportunity to play around with the new format, to get to learn the inner workings of Zoom, to see how we can continue to build and nurture community, even from the comforts of our own home or wherever you are sheltering in place. For those of you who are new to the European Leadership Summit, this is number 7. And we have hosted this conference in Berlin, in Amsterdam, in Barcelona. I know we got some Barcelona peeps here. We hosted it in Stockholm. Then we went to Nantes, France. And most recently, we went to Aarhus, Denmark, and had a really exceptional experience there. And we're just really excited to have been working with the Finns and with the Estonians. Their communities have been so supportive and so eager to host and to engage. And I just feel like the level of sophistication around this network, around you as leaders, around the topics that are interesting to you, that you've pushed to the surface and suggested for breakout sessions, and just where you are in terms of your community leadership. I know that many of you are going through tough times. I'm really proud. I'm proud of the work that you're doing. I'm proud of who we are together, and I'm excited to see what the day holds, and also what our trajectory is as far as continuing to keep the network afloat, even when we can't go to our usual burns in Europe this summer. So the schedule for the day, which you should have received in your information packet, will involve remarks by the fabulous Marion Goodell. We'll hear from Kadri, actually first, about some ruminations on our theme, being human being. Then we'll talk about the Sustainability Roadmap 2030, which is something we wanted to cover in depth in Tallinn, but we now feel it's even more pertinent to talk about how we're going to care for Mother Earth, who's kind of calling out to us for some extra love. We'll have John Liu with us talking about ecosystem restoration. And then in the spirit of our community updates, we now bring you lightning talks, which are really meant to showcase things that are new, forward-looking, or examples of ways that communities are building projects or driving change that we think should be emulated in other parts of the network. So we'll hear from a gentleman who's building a temple for Nowhere 2021, and we'll hear from Peter, and we'll tell you more about that as we go. Then we're going to give you a bio break. I mean, obviously you're at home. Some of you are probably in your PJs or less. I saw those Facebook chats ahead of this event. I know what you're up to, Ray. And we will give you a bio break. We'll have a nice stretch with Rachel Rosen, all the way from the UK, so you can get your blood flowing, go get yourself fed and watered, and then we'll break you into your breakout sessions. But we'll keep chatting with you about all this as we go along. And just once again, thank you for making the time. We've got over 100 people calling in from all across the planet. I expect that we'll have more and more as the afternoon, evening, in your case, progresses.